Welcome to Ginger².
I'm Delaney.
And I'm Trey, and this is our new podcast, and it can be found on YouTube, SoundCloud, or Apple Podcasts, depending on where you like to listen.
And to start off this episode, I'm going to open up my Christmas presents from Trey. I'm very pumped. Last year's gifts, they're going to be hard to top. I did get a Viking helmet, an action figure, and a very nice plastic recorder.
Now, Delaney didn't get me anything because she's an ungrateful sack of shit.
Today, I got you presents. I just didn't bring them.
Okay, well, we'll open those on the next episode then.
But last year, I got him a waffle maker.
I just want to preface this. We used that the other day, by the way. Dylan made us waffle. I was kidding. We woke up and I was like, hey, Dylan, you should make us some waffles or something. He's like, okay, I'm on it. And I was like, no, I was kidding. He's like, no. And we didn't even have waffle mix. He made it from scratch.
Dylan is Trey and I's friend.
And I just want to preface this with there's kind of a theme among all these presents. So
there is.
I've noticed recently that you're sort of, I don't know, you're stumbling a little bit, sort of deciding.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're stumbling a little, deciding who you are spiritually and sort of establishing your beliefs. And so I've sort of assembled a little mosh posh of items to sort of help you find your path and who you are as a person religiously. So
I am now 10 times more excited to open this.
So go ahead.
So the first thing, it appears to be a book. Zombie Butts from Uranus, sequel to the best-selling The Day My Butt Went Psycho.
Okay, so that one doesn't really have to do with the theme. That was just
I was wondering.
That was just a little bit of a supplement in addition to the theme.
Okay.
I think there's another present for you under the tree because I know there was this and one other, and then that we added later because Sam and I were at Half Price Books, and we were just like, wow, that looks incredible. So could you read us a little excerpt, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. I flipped to a random page, and it is Chapter 10, Hokey Pokey. After a long climb, Zach emerged from the drain, which was located at the edge of the large park. Zach's throat was still sore from the smoke, and the stench of methane that permeated the air was making it very difficult to breathe. This is very well written. This is actually quite a surprise.
Have you considered doing Audible books?
No, I haven't, but I've gotten compliments on my voice.
I almost considered one of Haley's Christmas presents being me reading a book. And
Haley
she could
is Trey's girlfriend.
She could read along, and it would be the funniest thing ever. Because I'd have different voices for all the characters, and I'd change my tone based on their attitude. Oh, really? Okay. Well, look under the tree. It would be about this big. No, it's a rectangle like this one. And so
I think I see it.
I think there's another present for her, and I'm having her look because yeah. Does it say to Delaney? Check the back.
Yeah, to D Wells.
Excellent.
D Wells is my nickname.
You can open any one you please. Not this. Save the red one in the ho 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 packaging for last.
Okay. This one's supposed to help me find my faith.
The rest of them help you find your faith. That one was just, zombie butts from Uranus, and I thought of you when I saw it, so we bought it.
Wow, that's touching.
Did you enjoy your Pope of the Month calendar from Sam?
I did.
We picked that out together as well. That was sort of part of the theme.
It wasn't Pope of, yeah,
it was a picture of the Pope every month, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't get any better than that.
Okay. This is
so
another piece of literature.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, a lot of literature.
Delaney loves reading.
Fortress of the Muslim. Invocations from the Quran and Sunnah?
I'm not quite sure, but I wanted to have several different perspectives for you, and this is
so thoughtful.
The best part about that gift is it's pocket-sized.
Yes.
And I pictured you walking around the halls at school, opening it and reading passages for people, maybe, and sort of spreading your faith. Not necessarily your faith, but I think people need to be more diverse. I think they're too hollowed in on one belief.
That is so thoughtful. I love exploring other religions. And just like I spoke about zombie butts from Uranus, I will read a small passage from this.
Good luck.
Allahumma.
Okay, I think you're offending some people. You should put that away and move on to your next
I'm so sorry.
open.
I'm sorry for the coughs too.
I just want to point out
recovering from
my
bronchitis.
Christmas wrapping for presents this year was
It's quite exquisite.
it was nice. It was yes. Haley didn't even help me with those ones. I wrapped those before she was home, actually.
You are an independent.
My whole family was so impressed this year with how well I did and all the wrapping and everything.
Okay. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, Confucius. I think I just ripped the book.
It's
Or
okay.
did it come like that?
No, you ripped it.
Uh.
But it's okay.
Confucius.
The message still holds true.
The Analects. Wow, this is a small font. That's how you know it's a good book.
So you got Confucianism, you have Islam,
Wow.
and sort of the great
All
thing
the-
about Confucianism is it's not just a religion; it's a whole mindset.
It is.
And I remember learning about it, world history, the Chinese Empire.
I really enjoy Asian dominant religions. So
Well, the
if
thing
this
with China,
next gift is on Buddhism, you got me covered.
well, it's unfortunately it's not at all. That's actually you'll see. But
Darn it.
you see, China's gone through like what feels like 1.5 million religions. Like every 10 years they have a new dynasty. So, I just wanted you to learn them all.
I'm so thankful for this.
Okay. So, I think it's time for the last one.
Okay, the last
And
one.
this one,
But should I open Alyssa's?
did she respond to you?
I didn't text her.
Oh, go ahead and open it. But
Should I
open that after this one.
Okay.
Do mine first. Now, this one isn't as much practical. Well, actually, I'd say it's more practical because you can really have fun with it. It's not just a one-time read it and then you're done. This one, it's multi-purpose, and you can just...
You're seeing it before I am.
You can just keep having fun with it.
Oh my god!
And
It's bendable!
I read on the package that you can sort of mold his arms and like maybe make him like praying or... And then I thought maybe, I don't know, you could bring it with you when you take your AP tests or I don't
I'm
know.
gonna make Jesus dab.
Well, I don't want you to make Jesus dab.
Is that offensive?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just not a fan of dabbing. I think it's really, okay, just throw that on the floor. It's whatever. Okay, I guess this area is just your garbage bin now.
When Jesus comes back to Earth. What the fuck, guys?
So,
And for people who are listening, I bended Jesus's arms in an upright manner as if saying, "What?"
So we saw that at the store, and I was just like, I have to have it. And I regret to inform you, I paid more than I should have for that Jesus action
No.
figure.
Can you tell me how much?
No, it wasn't that much money, but it was definitely. I mean, actually, this is kind of priceless, so I don't have any.
You're not
regrets.
wrong. I will use this.
Okay, are you gonna open Alyssa's or no?
Yes. Okay. If I bump the microphone, will it sound?
Yep.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm excited for Alyssa's. Because I feel like Alyssa's might actually be like something useful.
Well, her gift for me was, she got me 2 books, and I liked them both. One was about assholes, and one was about Java programming. So.
She got me lotion.
Aw.
How sweet.
I mean, it's sweet, but it's no Jesus with his arms in the air.
Okay, but I'm gonna smell this.
Or the Islam texts.
French lavender and honey. I love her. God damn.
Okay. Well,
Um,
you done celebrating now?
I'm very pleased with Trey's gifts.
Keep him right.
Let's just say that.
Keep him right there.
If he falls,
Ooh,
the
don't-
world's gonna end.
Don't you can't let him fall. Okay. So, what were you thinking you wanted to start off talking about?
Well, it is December 30th.
That's correct.
That means tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Do you have any plans for New Year's
For New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
I'm gonna celebrate it with Haley. What are you gonna do on New Year's Eve? You gonna party hard?
It's not decided yet. I think I'm going into the new year either meditating
Huh?
or getting blackout drunk
Okay.
for the first time because I've never had any alcohol. Never mind. That's illegal.
Well, I haven't either. I'm not 21. Of course I would. So, anywho. What are your resolutions?
My New Year's resolution is to get rid of this bronchitis.
Okay.
It's really it's a flaw in my singing career and my rapping career. If you want to segue into that.
Well, how is your rapping career going?
My rapping career, it's taking off. Recently, I filmed my first music video. If you wanted to know, my rap name is D Wells, aka Dwells in the past, present, and future.
Do you have a YouTube channel or a SoundCloud?
I have a YouTube channel, but there's nothing posted yet. But once I get that music video up.
Okay.
Would you like to hear one of my raps by any chance?
Sure. If you want.
Are you sure? Well, they're kind of explicit. I have to warn you. If you are a child, probably shouldn't listen to this.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we should just link to it when you upload it. Okay, fine. You want to sing it? Go ahead.
Well, first I have to find one, so. What are your New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolutions, well, I'd like to sort of start following through with more things. I have lots of ideas that I sort of, conceive and then give birth to even, and then I don't follow through. It's like I have a child and then I raise them to age 2 and then fall off the grid. Yeah. So I'd like to follow through with that.
Is this podcast going to be one of those children?
Absolutely not.
Of course.
So if you ever needed help with your rap career, like we have the equipment around here. So
really?
Yeah.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Also, it's New Year's Eve. We just went over this.
But like in the morning.
We'll talk. Did you pull a rap up? Okay. What is this one titled?
Cary Grove.
Oh, so.
This is one of the raps I wrote for the football team.
Okay.
In order to diss the other team that we were facing that night and simultaneously hype up our team.
Okay.
Okay. Call us the Prairie State Warriors. Last game got us feeling euphoria. Like Chef Curry, we cooking on that stove. Scream it with me now. Yeah, Cary Grove.
All right, so basically I had Delaney rap her rap for me, and it was a little too explicit for what I just think we shouldn't include it. So we cut that part out.
D Wells and Delaney.
But I definitely think you're going places. The problem is when you put that on YouTube, you will not be able to monetize it because of the explicit content.
But people will buy that.
Also, your family will see.
Oh, I perform my raps for my family all the time.
Excellent.
They love that.
Even better.
They love it when I swear profusively, describe sexual acts.
Okay.
But you know what they care about? The rhyme scheme,
I always hated poetry in almost every single way. And then
until you heard my raps?
No, I still hate it. I still hate your raps. But poetry, though, I've been enlightened. Ever since the Poetry Slam, which I was a part of.
Oh, that I won?
By the way, the reason I didn't win was because it was bashing school and the judges were teachers.
The reason you did not win was simply because your poem compared to mine was just...
What was your poem about again?
Procrastination. I could perform it for you right now.
I actually made a YouTube video about procrastination.
Yeah, I saw that. It tanked.
It didn't tank. It's got like 4,000 views.
No, it doesn't. Pull up the stats. Pull up the stats.
I'm pretty sure it has at least 1,000 views on it.
Pretty sure it doesn't.
Oh, it only has 1,000. Never mind, 1.1.
Well,
but may I remind you that Why is the Ocean Salty has 4.6 thousand And the iPhone crash text has 41,000 views.
And why is the ocean salty? Or maybe it was a different video. One of them you said that the overall temperature of the planet decreased by 1 degree. That's false. Misconception. Trey, where are you getting your information? That's what I want to know.
That was a week in review video where I talked about the news each week. And it was a news article, which I'm pretty sure was
Fake
from
news.
CNN.
Fake news.
Okay.
CNN.
Delaney only watches Fox News. And so...
And InfoWars. That's my favorite right now. Anyway.
I actually don't like to talk about any politics whatsoever. Delaney's a communist, by the way. And I just sort of disagree with her on some of her views, so we're going to maybe avoid that until a later date.
Okay, I am not a communist. This rose last year as a joke, and I've just flown with it beautifully, gracefully, might I add. I was tormented. People called me the third Red Scare, considering I do in fact have red hair. But it was terrible, relentless every single day. Oh, Delaney's a communist. We were in U.S. history, and every time they mentioned communism, they would turn around and look at me. And then the teacher would have to stop his lecture and say, "Oh, sorry, Delaney." I'm like, what?
Do you remember that teacher asked me to Photoshop you onto Karl Marx and have you as part of the lecture?
That is
It
nuts.
was like, who else was there on that picture? I'll show it right now. But it was
a communist party. It was Karl Marx, Vladimir Lenin, and Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy.
Was photoshopped onto Lenin. I
Lenin,
believe.
and you were Karl Marx, right?
Yeah, and I think there was someone else, but I don't know. And that was ridiculous, considering that teacher, if you met that teacher in person, so kind, so peaceful, so would never make fun of a fly, would never hurt a fly, but kind of ran with the joke. That was, Delaney's a communist.
He was very gracious that I photoshopped that for him. He still thanks me to this day when I talk to him.
Thank you.
When I was talking about my recommendation letter he was writing.
Do you think he put that in?
And we were talking. No, he did not. But he did put my YouTube channel in there. But when we were talking about what he was gonna write, he was like, we were talking about technology, and he was like, "Oh, thank you again for what you did with Delaney last year on that PowerPoint. That was priceless."
It was priceless. You always want to come into a classroom, supposed to be a safe environment. Sit down, the teacher goes into the lecture, and then all of a sudden he turns the slide, and there's your face on Karl Marx.
Well, despite that whole debacle, I will add that I have raving reviews for this teacher. I would give him 5 stars. If I were to go on Yelp and review his class, it would be 5 stars.
100%, hands down.
And I probably learned more in that class than almost any other class I've taken, because just the amount of wealth he has in that vault in his head. God. It's just it keeps growing.
I know. It's incredible. It truly is. You bring up something to him in class, and he goes out of his way to learn more about it. And he'll send you videos, he'll send you articles after class in your inbox, and it's just a grand old time.
I remember Colin sent him an email once.
Colin is Trey and I's friend.
This is just...
you have to elaborate.
How Colin is. He's just... Oh my God. He's so weird and fake on email. But I remember he sent Mr. Perlow an email, and he was like, "I've been really into reading lately, and I just want to know, what are your favorite books, and do you recommend any?"
Oh my gosh.
And
I'm sure
I don't know if he was just trying to be a kiss ass, or if he actually wanted to know. But this teacher responded with the longest email. It was he recommended 6 different books, and each one had a 2-paragraph explanation explaining what was in it, why he recommended it, and why Colin would enjoy it.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember seeing that
he's so pure.
and just thinking, wow.
That's a good man.
Can we... I'm worried about him.
You are?
Do you know what's going on with him?
Well, he hasn't missed school extensively this year. But when Trey and I were in his class last year, he missed school for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And then the year previous to that, he also missed. And it was all around like the same time of year that he missed, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think so. And so
First semester.
it just seems odd.
The latter half, yeah.
He seems okay though.
I don't know.
I met with him at Starbucks a few days ago.
I know Alyssa was supposed to, and she blew him off.
Why?
I don't know.
It's Alyssa.
Yeah, that's kind of expected. But why did you wanted to talk to him, or he wanted to talk to you?
Yeah,
or?
about college applications.
How are those going? By the way, where do you want to go to school?
Well, I'm
Best case
applying-
scenario.
Best case scenario.
Where would you like to go? Realistically, like somewhere that you would apply to.
Well, I'm applying early decision because there's
Wasn't the deadline for
there's
that
okay. Let me
early
explain.
decision 2?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
early decision 1 and then early decision 2, and I'm applying early decision 2 to University of Chicago. The chances of getting in there, super slim.
Gary didn't get in there.
Yeah, incredibly slim.
Yes.
Incredibly slim. But am I still gonna risk it? Yeah, I am.
When's the deadline for that?
Tuesday.
January 2nd? Okay.
And I wrote a rap for my uncommon essay.
Okay.
It's actually
Wait, your
It's-
essay's a rap?
yeah. It's a video actually.
Oh. Can you submit a video as your essay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. Well, they didn't say that, but
What did they say?
well, like you have a portfolio.
You
Okay,
can
there's-
submit a video supplement, right?
There's like a part of if blah, blah, blah. If there's anything in your essay that's like not represented like in your essays or whatever, like you can submit it through the portfolio.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna sneak that video in there somehow.
Yeah, in addition to your essay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you made it
So
sound
I'll
like
send
you were
them the
replacing
written-
your essay with the video.
I'll send them the written rap if that's what they want.
Okay.
But I don't think it'll help that
Just in
much.
stanzas or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay, so if you didn't get into Chicago, where would you want to go?
Well, I'm applying to University of Southern California,
Okay.
and I'd love to go there. I would love to go there. Madison, that's a beautiful campus,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure if I would get in there or anything. It's kind of both University
You
of
could
Southern
have
California
done
and
early action for that.
yeah,
It's not
but
binding.
I'm procrastination
okay.
prone.
Have you applied anywhere yet?
Yeah, Carol. Woohoo! Waukesha.
Did you get in?
Yeah, I did.
Excellent.
Got a $20,000 scholarship. And I'm applying to the full scholarship, and I hope that's not binding.
You should probably read the fine print on that.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, I should.
What do you want to major in? Gender
That's-
studies? Wait. No. Let me guess.
Trey.
I bet it's like. Wait.
You bet it's like,
I bet it is.
oh, I'm sure.
Like social justice or something like that.
What are you talking about?
What are you majoring in then?
How have you, in your own mind, made up this imaginary, like fake, Nazi-like figure of me in your head?
That had nothing to do with the communism thing. That had to do with you being
no.
the co-founder
That's
of the McHenry
fascism.
chapter
That's
of Girls
fascism.
International.
That's not communism. Come on.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about like a feminazi. Like you in government class, you turn to me and you say the worst things. Like, oh, Delaney's gotten fired up now. I'm completely calm.
You mean
in
like
my
when I
seat.
turn and I'm like, oh, I bet you want to write a petition about that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you have this mindset that you can write a petition and fix anything you don't like with the world. Like, literally anything you don't like.
to
Like,
the people.
why is the school grading us? Let's make a petition. No more grades.
I've never
They're
said
too
that. I have
stressful to
never
the
said that.
students.
I
Let's have
never
everyone
said
sign
that.
it.
Okay. I mean, last year I did want to take down the College Board, but that was completely unrelated.
Well, you know, I have a theory that the College Board controls all government, right?
Yeah, I know. Can we get back to
Yeah. So college.
what I want to major in?
Yes. What is your actual major?
Well, I'm completely undecided, but I'm geared towards entertainment. Surprising correct.
What kind?
Dancing, primarily.
You want to dance? For a living. You want to dance.
You are judging me. Okay.
I'm not judging you. That's fine. I'm just clarifying.
No, you are judging
You
me.
want to dance for a living.
It's part of it. And I want
Okay.
to act. I want to sing. I want to be behind the camera. I want to be in front of the camera. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a stand-up comedian.
I think it might be difficult to be in front of and behind the camera.
Not at the same time.
So like you're gonna be in front of the camera and you're gonna be like
same
hold up boys, hold up, and then you're gonna run behind the camera and have someone else come in like a
it's
stunt
good
double.
shot.
And
All right, looks good. You're the worst.
or you can combine acting and rap. Do like Hamilton. You could be a rapper, singer,
You're onto something.
and an actor.
It's called theater.
No, they don't really have that.
They have musical theater.
Okay, but not much
Hamilton.
rapping.
Okay, but what if they say I'm copying Lin-Manuel Miranda? Lin-Manuel.
I don't know who that is.
It's Hamilton.
This does not help. Oh, well, I haven't actually seen it.
Yeah.
I've just heard from what Mr. Perlo played for us in class.
Yeah.
That's what I was going off of. So you want to be a dancer, singer, and actor for a living.
Yes, in the short run.
Okay.
But then in the long run, heavy politician, probably a businesswoman.
So you want to be like Reagan. Popular actor early on,
Yeah.
then heavy politician who
Just
becomes
not as
president,
conservative.
and then instantly sort of has a sharp decline in popularity to the point where no one likes him, then gets out of office.
Yes.
Okay. Sort of enforcing the
I didn't say I wanted to be
Reaganomics.
president.
Oh, you don't want to be the president?
I just said heavy politics.
Like a senator, representative, governor.
Maybe like a diplomat,
Oh.
perhaps. I feel like we have a lot of
Do
issues
you
with
want to
foreign
be an
relations.
ambassador?
And I just
What country?
ambassador.
What country would you
Well,
want to be
I
an
already
ambassador
am an
for?
ambassador.
We're not going there right now.
An AP.
So, for those of you who don't know, our school has a program where they basically pick 7, 8, or like, how many are there? Like 20?
8.
8?
Probably.
They pick 8.
4 from juniors and 4 from seniors.
Okay, 4 from juniors,
Ish.
4 from seniors,
No, there's more, maybe.
students
I don't know.
from classes, and they have assembled this sort of league
League.
of students, and they call this the AP ambassadors. Now, I've had multiple problems with this.
No.
And first of all, I want to know
Trey
how
is
we
mad.
what is the selection process
I have no clue.
for this exclusive club?
I have no clue. I got called down to our principal's office one day, and he asked me for my sweatshirt size and said that I
So
was
that's how it started.
selected as an AP ambassador.
So it must have been like a cross-reference between your AP scores and teacher recommendation or something like that.
Probably not
Or
scores.
just, you think just teacher recommendation? And so what do you guys actually do besides be pretentious with your AP ambassador
We're
sweaters
not
walking around this?
pretentious.
Yes,
It's
you
a
are.
soft
You
sweater.
You purposely wear them on the same day so you appear
No,
like a
we
cult.
don't. No, we don't.
So I want to know, what's your real function in society?
We talk to like our donors, like the school's donors.
Okay.
Movie recording has stopped automatically.
Oh. Hold on. I gotta restart that. It stops
So
after 30
I'll just
minutes.
explain while Trey goes on. Basically we talk to our school has donors that kind of helps alleviate the costs of AP testing since it can be kind of strenuous on the average middle class family in McHenry. So we kind of talk, we represent basically everyone who takes AP classes at McHenry. And it is not pretentious.
Wait, so this
We
is
get
just
sweaters,
the donors for the AP program,
basically.
like the supplemental funds that
That's
help
what we do.
families pay for
And
the tests.
We like talked at the fellowship breakfast, which has all like past teachers, firefighters, police officers.
Okay.
Just like to talk about like what we're doing at MCHS, you know?
Okay. I see. So you're representing the student body, yet all of you are like top 10 in the class.
Yes.
So I just want to know how that is seen as an accurate representation of the student body when
Okay,
it's 10
I
kids
totally
with the
understand what
highest
you're saying.
GPAs.
I don't know the selection process.
I want a kid in there that has an F in an AP class I want him to be an ambassador.
But the thing is, the representation is skewed to benefit the program. Because we're supposed to go in there, the cream of the crop,
it's
saying,
like when you go on a college
this
tour
is what we've done.
And your tour guide is some kid who like has nothing bad to say about the campus ever because
and
he just loves it
flawed.
there.
And it's not
because
the best.
If you found someone random on a college campus and asked them for a tour, they'd be like, "Oh, the Wells Building, that place blows."
Yeah,
like you don't want to live there.
For business purposes, to elicit the most money, this is what we have to do.
So you're confirming that it's a business.
Basically, we are slaves to our principal.
Okay.
Dr. P, and he basically, well, he feeds us. Occasionally. Okay. We've gotten breakfast. We've gotten coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. We've gotten some nice burgers at a little restaurant downtown.
Okay.
So that's the perks, I guess, so far. I'll let you know if there's any else.
There's no monetary benefit. You guys aren't being
Not
bribed
yet.
to. What do you mean not yet? Well, so okay. I guess I sort of understand what's going on. Why was this just assembled this year?
I don't know.
Because we want more money?
Maybe, perhaps.
Okay.
I don't know. We don't really know all the details of that. We're just like, oh, you're an AP ambassador now. Nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, I would be an ambassador for the country of Germany or like some Eastern Asian country.
Why?
Maybe South Korea.
Okay. Well, hold on. There's a big contrast there. Why Germany out of everywhere in Europe?
Germany because I'm the president of German Honor Society. And I have taken the language for 4 years and have grown a love for German culture.
I didn't know there was a German Honor Society.
Yeah, we don't do much.
But second, do you get a special sash at graduation?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's what I'm most excited for.
Secondly, I want to know why somewhere in East Asia. Why there?
East Asia, because I really enjoy their cuisine.
Rice?
And their culture. Just like loving it from afar.
You enjoy rice?
Come on, Trey.
Seafood?
You are
seafood and rice?
There's Japan. Amazing sushi. Korea's barbecue. Incredible. Their noodles. The noodle selection across Eastern Asia. Incredible. Impeccable.
Okay, well, what about parts of...
Ooh, sorry, did you hear that?
Yes. Parts of Europe have great noodle selections.
Yes. Yes, but
and
it's different. There's... The way I explain it is Europe's noodle selection is very creamy. Like there's a nice creamy sauce on top.
Okay.
But Eastern Asia is more of a broth. It's more focused on the taste of the broth and then
yes, that's
the
true.
The noodle.
So have you do you know, I want to know how, not just the physics behind it, but also the reason. So a lot of people in the Eastern Asian countries that we're speaking of, they eat soup and noodles with chopsticks. And so I've witnessed my uncle doing this once. And it's such a rapid movement with the chopsticks that it creates a sort of vortex with the water splashing up into your mouth. Have you seen this happening? Have you ever witnessed like a video?
I'm pretty sure it's happened to me.
You've had soup with chopsticks?
Yeah.
How did you do it? Do you just splash it into your mouth really quickly?
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Where they just like funnel it in their mouth?
Yes, and I want to know how it's possible.
I have no idea.
It's some sort of centripetal force that's created with the water going into the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah. So wait, how did you
love that.
How did you eat it with chopsticks?
Oh, no, I don't know how to use chopsticks. I just
Cuz you know what I would do is I would take the bowl much like I do when drinking milk out of cereal, and I would just slurp it into my mouth.
So no chopsticks?
No chopsticks. Well, they can sit on the table next to me, and I could say I used them. I could dip them in there and be like, oh, I used chopsticks. But then I would slurp it all into my mouth, noodles and all, because I find that the most efficient way.
I think in some areas they do that.
And speaking of that, I want to talk about and everyone criticizes me for this. I eat, so Kraft macaroni and cheese, right?
Yeah.
I eat that with a spoon. And everyone thinks that I'm totally politically and intellectually incorrect because I don't use a fork. But what I've found is that the fork you have to stab, and it's also inconsistent amounts, but the spoon, you scoop what you want, it's the same every time, and it goes right into your mouth, no problems. And I don't see why a fork is in any way superior. It's like taboo. Like, why is the fork, is it just because that's what people have always done? Why the fork over a spoon?
Well, I think spoons are kind of completely unnecessary and inefficient.
I disagree. They are the most efficient. Have you ever tried to eat soup with a fork? It's much easier with a spoon.
Well, you can eat whatever, like use the fork for whatever's in the soup.
No. So what if...
And then you drink the broth.
What if you are eating pudding? You think you should just drink it or use a fork?
Use a fork.
Why? Because it seeps through
No, unless you're like holding it up for too long. But it doesn't give enough time to seep through.
I disagree.
Well, that's another point that we don't agree on, Trey.
Okay.
But the thing with mac and cheese is you can put the noodles on like a kebab on the little fork.
Kebabs, that's what we're calling them. Each fork has 4 kebabs
No.
that you stab the food with.
No.
Or
Okay,
is
so
it
this
3?
is a fork.
It's 4, right?
And you put the noodle
Okay.
and you slide it over almost like a ring.
I see what you're saying, but why
That's
that over
fun.
a spoon where you could
It's fun.
It's also fun
more
to scoop it.
No, it's not. You can scoop with
I
a fork.
am for the argument that forks are completely obsolete. For the liquid-based food items, you can use a spoon, and for what you need to stab, you can use a knife. And so I don't see why we had to make an in-between item with 4 skewers for stabbing food when we could just have one big one with a knife. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Wow.
I really see you differently now.
I'm really heated up after that.
I'm sweating.
I think we should
actually.
probably call it quits there.
Really?
And I'll come back next week with some sources and some more proof about why forks are useless, spoons are the master utensil, and why knives can be a supplement to the spoon.
If you made it through this entire episode, my credit card number is 4003-1798-2468.
What about your security code?
098.
Okay, and the zip code.
60050.
Okay, excellent. Glad we got that out of the way. So,
See you next time.
we'll just call it.
This is Ginger².
We'll see you next week.